Hello everyone and welcome to the part 2 of Amazon CloudWatch. So this lecture will contain all these topics: CloudWatch agent, protocol support, required IAM policies, IAM permissions hierarchy, resource based policies and encryption, cross account observability with OAM, VPC endpoints for private connectivity, EC2 monitoring considerations, Lambda metrics and logs, auto scaling integration, metrics limits, API limits, logs and dashboard limits, CloudWatch versus X-Ray versus CloudTrail. So first topic, CloudWatch agent. CloudWatch agent collects essential metrics. It runs on Linux, Windows servers and Mac OS, collecting metrics unavailable by default from EC2 instances. Metrics which require the CloudWatch agent. So EC2 instances do not automatically report these metrics. They require agent installation. And these metrics are memory, and specifically memory used percentage, memory total, memory used, memory available. Then about disk used percentage, disk free, disk total and disk used. And about swap used percentage, swap used. And the default namespaces for agent matrix is CW agent. So by default, CloudWatch will not have all these metrics reported. So that's why we have to install the agent on the EC2 machine. Second, protocol support. The agent supports StatsD protocol, and that uses port number 8125 for custom application matrix on Linux and Windows. And CollectD protocol, it runs on UDP port 25826 on Linux with 150 plus plugins. The procstat plugin monitors individual processes by PID file, executable name or command pattern, collecting CPU usage, memory RSS, read bytes, write bytes and PID count. Third, required IAM policies. CloudWatch agent server policy provides permissions for running agents, writing metrics, writing logs, and reading SSM parameters, systems managers parameters. CloudWatch agent admin policy adds configuration storage permissions in SSM parameter store. SSM managed instances also require Amazon SSM managed instance core policy. Fourth topic is IAM permissions hierarchy. AWS managed policies include, so the top one is CloudWatch full access, then CloudWatch read only access, CloudWatch logs full access, so this is specifically for logs, and CloudWatch logs read only access. Some key permissions for exam scenarios are, so CloudWatch put metric data, this publish custom metrics. CloudWatch put metric alarm, this creates or update alarms. Logs create log group, logs put log events, this will write the logs. Logs start query, run logs insights query. Logs put subscription filter, creates subscription filters. And logs associate KMS key, this enables KMS encryption. Fifth topic is resource based policies and encryption. CloudWatch log supports resource policies at the account level, so maximum 100 per AWS account per region, to allow other AWS services to write to log groups. Logs are encrypted by default using AES 256 GCM. Optionally use customer managed KMS keys. These are symmetric keys only, not asymmetric. KMS key association can take up to 5 minutes. Sixth topic is cross-account observability with OAM. Observability Access Manager enables cross-account monitoring through sinks, which are monitoring accounts, and links, which are source accounts. Each monitoring account can link up to 100,000 source accounts, and each source account can link to up to 5 monitoring accounts. Shared data types include metrics, which are measurements, logs, traces, and application signals. Seventh topic is VPC endpoints for private connectivity. AWS private link endpoints enable private CloudWatch access without internet gateways. And these endpoints are, so first one is Amazon AWS region.monitoring. This is for metrics. Next is Amazon AWS region.logs for CloudWatch logs. Third one is Amazon AWS region.events for the events. Eighth topic is EC2 monitoring considerations. So you have the basic monitoring, which is free, and that has 5-minute intervals, versus detailed monitoring, which is paid, and it can have up to 1-minute intervals. Default metrics include CPU utilization, disk read operations, disk write ops, network in, network out, and status check failed. Memory and disk utilization require the CloudWatch agent, which is a frequently tested exam question. EC2 alarms can trigger instance actions like stop, terminate, reboot, or recover. Automatic migration to new hardware for system status check failures. Ninth topic is Lambda metrics and logs. Lambda automatically publishes metrics at 1-minute intervals, and these include invocations, the Lambda invocations, duration, errors, including timeouts. So there is no separate timeout metric, and any throttles, concurrent executions, and iterator age for stream-based invocations. Logs automatically flow to CloudWatch logs. 10th topic is auto scaling integration. So target tracking policies automatically create and manage CloudWatch alarms. Step scaling and simple scaling policies require manually created alarms. Predefined metrics for target tracking include ASG, which is auto scaling group, average CPU utilization, ASG, average network in, network out, and ALB, application load balancer, request count per target. 11th topic is metrics limits. So you can just pause this screen, and there are a few metric limits. So we have dimensions per metric. So for example, metric could be, let's say, CPU utilization, and dimensions, how much data can be sent in a single metric. So CPU utilization, for example, instance ID, you can have region, you can have availability zone, you can publish some more tags. So each one of them is one dimension. So for every metric, you can have maximum 30 dimensions. Then metrics per put metric data request, this is one API call. You can have up to 1000 metrics in a single API call. Namespace name length can be 255 characters. Dimension value length is 1000 to 1024 characters. This is the actual. For example, instance ID, it is usually around 10 to 20 characters. Put metric data request size 1 MB. Timestamp age past, it is around 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks. And timestamp future is 2 hours. Some API limits. So these are transaction per second limits. So we have put metric data, it can have 500 transactions per second. Get metric data, again 500 transactions per second. Get metric statistics, 400 per second. So these are how much API you can call. And list metrics 25 per second, and put log events 5000 per second. Logs and dashboard limits. So these are some logs and dashboard limits. So you have subscription filters per log group is 2, metric filters per log group is 100, dimensions per metric filter is 3, log event size is 1 MB, log groups per AWS account is 1 million. So one number of widgets per dashboard can be up to 500, and metrics per widget, these are measurements, so 500, and metrics per dashboard 2500. And last topic is CloudWatch versus X-Ray versus CloudTrail. So it is understanding when to recommend each service is common exam topic. So we have the scenario, for example, CPU usage exceeded 80%. So correct service to see this information is CloudWatch. Request latency across microservices, so you will use X-Ray. Who terminated the EC2 instance? CloudTrail. Lambda function error rate is high, so you will check in CloudWatch. Trace a request through API gateway, Lambda and DynamoDB, so you will go to X-Ray. track all IAM policy changes. So you will go to Cloud Trail. Set alarm when storage runs low. So you will configure that in CloudWatch. And audit all S3 bucket deletions. So you will go and check out in Cloud Trail. And that's all. Thanks for watching.